Motherhood is a lifelong journey of seasons. First pregnancy, then the newborn season, then the infant season, then the toddler season, the preschooler, the school ager, and so on. There's no way to predict what each season will look like for you, but you can set yourself up for success in certain ways before and after you give birth. And when you set yourself up for a smooth start, it makes transitioning from season to season so much easier, no matter what challenges may pop up. Welcome to my channel. My name is Elisa, and I'm a postpartum doula and a mom of two, and I provide virtual and in-person support for new parents in their postpartum season so that they can step into motherhood with clarity, ease, and confidence. And I've learned from my own personal postpartum experiences, and I get it. Postpartum can be super overwhelming. I've gone through it twice myself, and I've worked with new mothers in person for over 11 years. So I've seen firsthand how the postpartum season can affect a new parent's life. But I've also seen that you don't have to settle for survival mode. I've seen that thriving postpartum is totally possible and that it feels truly amazing when you can lean into your postpartum season and enjoy that time without trying to rush your recovery or have a quick snapback. Here are my top tips that I've used myself and with my postpartum doula clients to have a smooth transition into motherhood. Before birth, you have a wonderful opportunity to really prepare your mind, body, and home for life with a newborn baby. The first thing to do is to work on your mindset and really start to identify the mindset shifts that you need to make that are going to help you thrive in your postpartum season. This typically looks like adjusting your expectations, looking at how you cope with challenges and stress. Do you have positive coping strategies, or do you turn to things that are more negative coping strategies? You're also going to want to think about how you ask for and receive help, because this is going to be a really big part of preparing yourself for life with a newborn. But those are just some of the mindset shifts that you are going to want to make. If you want to get more into that, I highly suggest you check out my postpartum vision board kit, which has a ton of journaling and conversation and thought prompts to help you really start to get into a maternal mindset and prepare yourself mentally for life as a parent and life with a newborn. After you start doing that mindset work, you're going to start working on your postpartum plan. You definitely do not want to wing it after birth, and you do not want to just say, oh, I'll figure things out as I go along. That is literally the worst thing that you can do for yourself. It's so crucial to have a postpartum plan, even if it's just something quick that you put together that focuses on your infant feeding plan, your feeding plan. How are you going to make sure that you're getting nutritious meals? Your sleep plan, what is your plan for daytime parenting, and what's your plan for nighttime parenting? How are you going to handle waking up in the middle of the night? Is your partner going to help you with that, or are they going to be the one that gets up with baby in the middle of the night? And it's really crucial to have these conversations before you give birth, rather than when your baby is already born and you are already sleep deprived. And you may already be sleep deprived if you're pregnant. I totally get that, but you have a lot less you have a lot less on your plate before your baby gets here. And so having that conversation is going to really set you up for success. Before birth, you're also going to want to educate yourself. And this can be through prenatal education. You can learn about child development. You can learn about infant feeding and infant feeding patterns. I highly suggest that you, at minimum, when it comes to any type of prenatal care, okay? I definitely suggest that you take a childbirth education class that teaches about childbirth, not just giving birth at your birthplace. That is the minimum, so that you can really understand the process that your body is going through, and comfort measures, of course, but understanding what you're going through so that when you get into the postpartum period, you can see where you're coming from and what things are you going to need to keep an eye out for, what things are going to be central in your recovery. For example, I really had no idea. My mind, with my first birth, my mind was so set on not having a C-section that I didn't even register that, having a birth tear was possible. I mean, I knew, but I didn't think it was a thing for me. I just assumed, okay, don't have a C-section and you're good. And then I ended up having a second-degree tear, and I was totally blindsided by the recovery process because I hadn't educated myself. And so when you educate yourself on all of the birth possibilities, not just how to have birth in this space, you can prepare yourself for different outcomes, because you can't predict the outcomes, but if you can be mentally aware, you can be mentally ready. Before birth, you're also going to want to gather your support circle around you, right? This is the time to mobilize your support team. Who is that group of people that you want around you, supporting you during your pregnancy? Who do you want there in the waiting room while you're giving birth, if you want anybody there? Who are you going to be calling first after you give birth, right? And who do you want around you when you bring your baby home and you're in your most vulnerable moments? You're leaking from everywhere, to be frank. And the fifth thing that you're going to do before birth is declutter your space and just really simplify your home so that when your baby comes home, maintaining your home is a super simple and quick process. You don't have a whole lot of cleaning to do. You don't have a whole lot of things to maintain. And this can be, decluttering and donating or selling things, or it can even be putting things into storage if that's a resource that's available to you. But really try to clear out the things that you're not using so that you can really focus on the things that you need while you are healing and recovering from pregnancy and birth and learning to take care of yourself and your baby. Let's get into the things that you can do after birth to make sure that you have a smooth transition into motherhood. Number one is focus on your physical recovery and go to your postpartum appointments. Go to your appointments. And notice I said appointments because you should have two. You should have a 2-week checkup, maybe 2, maybe 3, and you should have a 6, maybe 8-week checkup. Go to these appointments. These are the times for your provider to lay eyes on you, to ask questions. And I know a lot of new moms just answer yes, no, whatever, so they can get out of there. They may be feeling uncomfortable. They may not feel comfortable being completely honest, but this is the time to speak up and connect with your provider. And if you don't have a provider that you feel like you can be honest with, there are resources that you can reach out to, but you definitely need to go to these appointments so that you can get your vitals taken, so that your provider can look at you and make sure that you are healing well, look at any incisions or stitches that you have, and make sure that you're healing properly. In addition to focusing on your physical recovery, you're going to really get back to the basics with your needs. Postpartum is a time that really sits you down, slows you down, and makes you focus inward. This is why you see a lot of new mothers kind of go inward for those first 2 months after they give birth, and you don't really see them because they are focused. They are taking care of themselves, and they are taking care of their babies. And so this is really a time to get back to the basics with your needs. Simple morning routine: brush your teeth, wash your face, brush your hair, get dressed, eat your breakfast, and we're done. Drink some water, maybe have a little movement in there with your baby once they wake up. Maybe you take a walk. But simplifying those routines and getting back to the basics is really going to help you have a smooth transition into motherhood. We don't want to add a whole lot onto your plate and try to do a whole bunch of projects and, things that you've had on your to-do list. That's really going to cause you stress. This is a time to focus on you, your physical needs, and taking care of your baby. In addition to prioritizing your needs and getting back to the basics, you're also going to want to lean on your support circle. So before birth, we talked about mobilizing that support squad, gathering them around you, letting them know that you want them by your side. During pregnancy, you're going to be calling them as soon as baby is born, and you want them there to help you after baby is born. Now is the time to really call them up on the things that you have asked them to do. A lot of times people will have their support squad supporting them with meals. They might do a meal train. They might ask for meal restaurant gift cards to their favorite places. They might have family members bringing meals by or coming by to help with the cleaning or hold baby so mom can get a shower and have a nice steamy shower and wash her hair and really take care of herself. But this is the time to lean on that support squad. And that doesn't just mean your family and friends. That can also mean professionals that you've invited onto your support squad and community resources that you've connected with that may be local to you or maybe that you've connected with online. You're also going to want to document. I know it's hard and you may not feel like you look your best or feel your best, but take pictures. Ask people, hey, can you snap a quick picture of me and my baby? You're going to want to have pictures of you and your baby during this time. And so many mothers look back and it's all pictures of their babies and they don't have any pictures of themselves from that time. And looking back, they don't care how they look. They just wish they had that picture or lots of different images of them with their baby, especially during the newborn phase. And so document this time. Journal, write down how you're feeling. I have a logbook that I use with my clients that they can use to write down notes or even just log how they're feeling. But take time to document this time in your life. Your babies are only this small once, and you only have this time with them as newborns and as infants and as toddlers once. And so you really want to not only cherish but document the time so that you can look back on it and have, just fresher memories. And lastly, one of the things that you're going to want to do to have a smooth transition into motherhood is to socialize. I know we live in the era of I don't need mommy friends or friends that I'm with just because my baby and their baby play, but having people around you who either have babies the same age or, understand the things that you're going through as a brand new mom are really going to help to ease the rough spots. And so it's really important for you to connect with other parents. It's really important to do that. You don't have to become best friends with them, but, having other families and parents around you that are in that same season and stage of life just really helps to brighten the days. They help to bring a different perspective. They bring humor. They bring, someone that you can commiserate with. And it just really helps to soften the hard times. And so socializing, whether it be, you can get out and check out your local story time at your local library. That's like if anybody asks me, oh, what can I do? Go to story time at your library. That's the number one. And you will find so many mommies and babies, different ages, and even just doing that once a week or twice a week, that is enough. You don't have to go out for anything after story time or become their best friend and learn all about their lives. But just knowing like you're not alone makes a huge difference and really helps to ease that transition into motherhood. So these are the things that have helped me and lots of other new mothers have a smooth transition into motherhood. That is, they step into motherhood with ease, grace. Things are simple. They're not overwhelmed. They're comfortable and really just enjoying their experiences. It may seem like a lot to do, but I have the perfect resource to help you get started. My postpartum vision board kit is designed as a resource to help you dive deep and learn and create a visual representation of your truest and deepest desires for yourself as a new mother. The postpartum vision board kit will help you flesh out your own idea for your own unique postpartum experience so that you can go on to create a plan and prepare yourself, your mind, your home, your body, your spirit, all of that for a thriving early motherhood and life as a newborn parent. So if you're pregnant and getting ready for a new baby, or you're wanting a postpartum reset, go down to the description box below and you'll find the link to download the postpartum vision board kit so that you can start curating and creating your own vision today. Please like this video if you learned just one thing that you can take along with you into your motherhood era. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.